Welcome to Quiz Faith. In today's challenge you have 20 intriguing questions to answer. Before we start, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started.
Question 1. Who was the brother of Moses? The answer is B. Exodus 7 verse 1. Then the Lord said to Moses, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet." Question 2. What was the first plague in Egypt? The answer is B. Exodus 7 verse 20. Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded. He raised his staff in the presence of Pharaoh and his officials and struck the water of the Nile, and all the water was changed into blood. Question 3. What was the name of Moses' father-in-law? The answer is A. Exodus 3 verse 1. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the far side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. Question 4. How many plagues were there in total? The answer is A. Exodus 7 to 12. If you want to read about the 10 plagues in their entirety, you can start with Exodus 7 and continue through Exodus 12. Question 5. What was the seventh plague God inflicted upon Egypt? The answer is C. Exodus 9 verse 22. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field, throughout the land of Egypt. Question 6. What was the third plague in Egypt? The answer is C. Exodus 8 verse 16. Then the Lord said to Moses, Tell Aaron, Stretch out your staff and strike the dust of the ground, and throughout the land of Egypt the dust will become lice. Question 7. Who was the sister of Moses and Aaron? The answer is C. Exodus 15 verse 20. Then Miriam the prophet, Aaron's sister, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, with timbrels and dancing. Question 8. What was the second plague in Egypt? The answer is A. Exodus 8 verse 6. So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land. Question 9. How did the Israelites escape from the pursuing Egyptians at the Red Sea? The answer is B. Exodus 14 verse 21, Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. Question 10. What did the Israelites eat in the wilderness? The answer is A. Exodus 16 verses 13 to 15, That evening quail came and covered the camp, and in the morning there was a layer of dew around the camp. Question 11. Who became the spokesperson for Moses since he had difficulty speaking? The answer is B. Exodus 4 verse 14, Then the Lord's anger burned against Moses and he said, What about your brother, Aaron the Levite? I know he can speak well. Question 12. What was the 10th plague in Egypt? The answer is A. Exodus 12 verse 29, At midnight the Lord struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh, who sat on the throne, to the firstborn of the prisoner, who was in the dungeon, and the firstborn of all the livestock as well. Question 13. What did Moses use to perform miracles before Pharaoh? The answer is A. Exodus 7 verse 10, So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and did just as the Lord commanded. Aaron threw his staff down in front of Pharaoh and his officials, and it became a snake. Question 14. Who made the golden calf when Moses was on Mount Sinai? The answer is A. Exodus 32 verses 2 to 4, Aaron answered them, Take off the gold earrings that your wives, your sons, and your daughters are wearing, and bring them to me. So all the people took off their earrings and brought them to Aaron. He took what they handed him and made it into an idol cast in the shape of a calf. Question 15. How long did the Israelites wander in the wilderness? The answer is A. Exodus 16 verse 35, The Israelites ate manna 40 years, until they came to a land that was settled. They ate manna until they reached the border of Canaan. Question 16. Who was Moses' father? The answer is A. Exodus 6 verse 20, Amram married his father's sister Jochebed, who bore him Aaron and Moses. Question 17. What was the name of Moses' wife? The answer is A. Exodus 2 verse 21. Moses agreed to stay with the man, who gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses in marriage. Question 18. What significant event occurred at the burning bush? The answer is C. The burning bush is where God appeared to Moses, commissioning him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. This event is found in Exodus 3 verses 1 to 15. Question 19. Who was Aaron's wife? The answer is B. Exodus 6 verse 23. And Aaron took him Elisheba, daughter of Amminadab, sister of Nahshon, to wife, and she bare him Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Question 20. What was Joshua's name before Moses changed it? The answer is C. Numbers 13:16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Oshea the son of Nun Jehoshua.
Well done, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the video, like, share with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's spread the word of God. And also comment on your scores. Until next time, remain blessed.